Okay, I've been meaning to post a video for forever and it hasn't happened. I actually have had one uploaded for a very long time right now. I just haven't posted it live because I feel like I need to add this intro to it so that there's context. So the videos starting now will be catching up with the last 6 months of videos. So we're gonna diddle it, go back in time, catch up to present day. So that's the context for this video and the next handful of videos. And then once I get caught up to the now summer, then you'll get to see some amazing spectacular scenery and cool hikes. And I'm gonna do a bunch of backpacking this summer and get my Packraft out and do all kinds of fun stuff. So in the meantime, I am going to upload this, get the ball rolling, and try and crack out a bunch of them to get caught up to now. So without further ado, let's get caught up. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning and I was still in bed, still in my PJs. And a friend texted and asked where I was. And he happens to be camped right next to me at the site number 2 and I'm at 3. And I think it's probably good that I have somebody right next door that I can visit with. So anyways, it'll be good to go down and visit. And so I just got dressed, got out of my PJs. Coffee is now made. I'm gonna go get my cup of coffee, go down there and just hang out for a little bit and chat before I come back. And I need to get this bike out of here and get stuff cleaned up. So it was a good motivator to get dressed so that I get my day going and don't just sit here and wallow, essentially. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm thanks, universe, for delivering me somebody next door.
Get out in the sand.
Yeah, we can't see you.
Oh, well, maybe I'll just get a video.
Show your face.
Come on.
Winding down for the night, but I had like a really nice time catching up with my friend. We actually met on the road in 2018 in Slab City, of all places. Yeah, so that was, and then I've also seen him maybe like 2-ish years ago, I guess, when we passed through Kentucky, and then here. So it's like funny how nomad world, how worlds collide like intermittently. He sent me a message randomly. I thought he saw my rig, but he didn't. He just randomly sent me a message today to ask where I was in the off chance I might still be in Colorado. He didn't know I had a different rig, so he didn't even know I was parked the next campsite up from him. I don't think he'll ever understand how grateful I am he happened to be here, because that is exactly what I needed and when I needed it. Thank you. So this is where we are right now, and our tour will be down here and come up the steps and go across, and we'll hit all these different spots and then pop out at the top over here.
5 crawling space. The next 6 feet you can stand up, walk through a little bit. Then the last 3 feet is another 18-inch wide crawling. May not be the tour for you. it shows that the space wasn't built in a year and done. It shows that they were constantly changing and renovating for what they needed. So at some point, they no longer knew that
There were about 40 people that lived inside this dwelling.
that makes up to 6 to 8 feet of deeper soil. Now, to water their crops, they didn't go out every day with a watering can. Because if they did that, the water that they put on the soil would quickly evaporate.
They used juniper bark supporting the plaster to do most of their building.
So they've got a lot of their basic needs met. But another important... It was about 40-ish people inside this site. Yeah, they need them.
Yeah, the turkey. Oh, yeah.
You start off with the cedar feathers. Each of you in groups, okay? Squeeze on.
We need to take some pictures.
Some of the black that you can observe down there is actually not from fire. It's from the minerals that are dripping through the rock. They spent 100 years in this dwelling and about 700 years on the mesa. But in the late 1200s, a drought came through and they ran out of resources.
There's a band of red plaster with 9 triangles in the back of that wall.
There are 21 tribes in the region that still call this their descendants' home.
Then they would have used wooden beams to go out and around here to create a basket-like roof. Then they would have used soil, mortar, and plaster to make it level with the floor that we're standing on. So both of these kivas here had open closet areas that you could hang out on top of. So work on pottery, make turkey feather blankets, maybe even chase the turkeys and dogs around. To get inside the kiva, there would have been a square hole in the center with a what, guys? Going on? Yeah, a ladder. Now we have to get air inside here somehow. So initially, they had put the air shaft here, but that wasn't pulling in enough air, so they filled it in and moved it to here. So the air shaft pulls air from the outside and brings it in, and as it comes in, it hits that deflector wall. The deflector wall prevents the fire from being put out.
Here in the cliff dwelling, you can see that they actually had their own water source within the dwelling. There are over 600 alcoves at Mesa Verde. The descendants of the cliff dwellers at Mesa Verde still actively use these sites for various ceremonies. Quite the experience to squeeze through some of these passageways and crawl through some of these spaces to get around the dwelling. So I did not do a proper intro this morning because I was all proud of myself for being on time. I was actually a couple minutes early, went to start my bike, and it didn't start. Yeah, because, you know, I didn't ride it the last couple weeks because between all the hob stuff and then the aftermath, it's just been sitting, and it was not happy to be sitting. So my battery was dead, so I had literally went from like, oh, having like a leisurely morning and getting out on time to panicking and having to push it up a hill, which, I mean, the wheels are round, but let me tell you, It does not feel like they're round when you're pushing it up a hill. So I had to push it up the hill and try and bump start it, and it took me 2 tries because the first time I didn't push it far enough up the hill. And I wanted to gouge my eyeballs out, so then I had to push it again up the hill further. So anyways, today was a great day at Mesa Verde. I did the balcony tour, and then I was gonna do a loop and do a few other things and go on a hike, but I'm having trouble motivating. Maybe I'll come back. I don't know. We'll see, but it's a cool tour. So I just finished my intro and now I'll do my outro from the same spot. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming along, even though I've been a Debbie Downer lately, but I'll get back to my adventures in a more positive light soon enough. So thanks for sticking in there, and I will see you guys wherever I happen to be in the next one. Take care.